Hi, my name is Vera Walters. Like you, I'm an avid patron of the library, especially during this time when all the activities that I can't do anymore, I can still read or participate in other things that the library has to offer. And I want to tell you, I am really proud of our Apache Junction Library. We are not a big town here, but we have a big town library because we have so many facilities that other libraries don't offer. And it's remarkable what you can find here. If you're not well acquainted, come in and talk to one of the people at the desk. Everybody's friendly. I came in the other day because I'm not a technology expert and I wanted to learn about Hoopla. And so one of the guys took me over to a table. I had my cell phone and he instructed me how I could get movies on Hoopla. I mean, I don't even have a smart TV, so you can tell I'm not a tech person. And that's one of the reasons I like this library, because you have a choice of all different varieties to read or listen to a book. And I find one of the books, or one of the methods for listening to a book, and I love to be read to. Seems like I don't fall asleep in bed at night as well listening to a book as I do reading, and all of a sudden, you know, the book drops and your head drops. But anyway, I like to be read too, and this is one way of having that opportunity. But it's great when I travel, and I find a lot of people have never heard of Playaways, and that's the subject of our little talk this morning. Playaways are a portable book, and the advantage is you don't need any other technical device to use it. You need a battery and a headphone, and it can be, you know, the tiny little headphone that they give you in the airplane. You just keep it. You can use that headphone, but you don't need another device like a tablet or your cell phone or a CD player to listen to a book on tape, when CDs were the only way you could listen to a book on tape. You need no technology. All you need are those two devices. I like it especially when I travel because it's small. Let me show you. It comes in this case, which is always locked. So you have to take it to the front desk to check it out so they can unlock it. And inside you'll see the Playaway itself. This is an entire book on tape, and it can be any size book. So that's all you need. It comes with a neck strap. Let me see if I can get this out here easily. So if you want, and I don't always use this, but you can connect the Playaway to the neck strap, and therefore you won't lose it. It has a place here for a AAA battery, and it only takes AAAs. One time I traveled and I was on the plane, unfortunately I had AA batteries, which won't fit. So you have to have a AAA battery. Sometimes I'm lucky, and the previous person who checked it out left the battery in there. That was handy. And you need a pair of headphones, which then plug into the Playaway as such, and you're ready to listen to the book. On the other side there's a button that tells you to turn it on. It has a nice little message like welcome to your new book, and then you play it. You can go forwards and backwards, either one piece at a time or chapters at a time, and then you can adjust the speed of the person who's reading it, because sometimes I find they're talking a little too fast for my understanding. You know, I'm a former English teacher, and I love books that not only have a good storyline, but are very well written. Like, how did they come up with that series of words to express that? And so I want it to be at a slower pace, perhaps, than you do, so you can adjust the speed. And then when you turn it off, it has this nice little goodbye message until next time. So I take Playaways, especially when I travel, or this past week I went up to the Rim Country to do some hiking and fishing because it's still hot here and it isn't up there. And so while I was waiting for the fish to bite my line in eternal hope, I can listen to my story, or I can lay in a hammock on the beach and listen to a story. So I just find them very handy. They don't take up much room, and I can still get the advantage of having an entire book on that tape. Now, I am not a mystery fan, as I know lots of you are, but Playaways have a good selection of mysteries available. I checked out one recently that I took back on a trip to Wisconsin. It's called Come So Long by Andre Dubus III. It's not a mystery book, but you have that anticipation of what's going to happen. What I really liked about this book is he was a master at characterization. And this book went on and on and on. I enjoyed it. It was a little long, but it was nice that it took my whole vacation to get through it, and I only had that one small device to carry around. The other way I like to Playaways, I do a lot from Overdrive or Hoopla or the Pinell County Library on tape or on my tablet. But oftentimes the books I want, I'm maybe 180 readers in line for it, and it's going to be a while. This book, this particular book, I get that book page here at the library and get ideas for books. And this was one that I looked at the description and decided this was a book I might be interested in reading. Lo and behold, there it was immediately in the Playaway section. Who knows how long I would have had to wait for Overdrive to have it available to me. So they have some new books as well. They're not all the dated books. There's a lot, and there are a lot other than mysteries. One of my favorite authors is Jodi Picoult. And I think I've read every book she puts out. And of course, when she puts out a new one, I'm way down on the list because lots of people like her books as well. And I like Elizabeth Berg. Now, I haven't read those two yet, but I have them checked out. And I will get to them eventually when I finish the two that I'm reading at the present time. So I like getting the book now and not having to wait so long. I also want to take you over to the Playaways section so that you know where it is in the library, and they have a very interesting way of displaying them. So let's walk over to that section of the library. So here we are in the Mountain View room. That's the largest room as you enter the library where the checkout desk is. And we're in the northeast corner of that room. This is where all the books on tape are found, both the CDs and the Playaways. You know, another thing about Playaways that I really like is the fact that you don't need Wi-Fi. I can tell you a good story about that. I was on my way somewhere in my car and I decided to download a book on Overdrive so I would have it available. I didn't have my phone or my tablet plugged in, and of course I ran the limit of my megabytes over what I had paid for. So that was a bad decision. I needed to be on Wi-Fi to download it. You don't have that problem with Wi-Fi or with Playaways because you have no other technology involved. And the other thing, I like to get CDs on books on CD sometimes, because when I travel, I don't have to have the earphones in a car because you need to be concentrating on your driving. So I just put the CD in. But did you know that by 2021, 50% of the new cars on the market are not going to have CD players in them because we have so many other ways of using technology. So these are the Playaways, and as you see when you're facing them, especially at my height, you can look right at the titles. But then when you get down to lower shelves, instead of having to scrunch down to see them, you just pull out the shelf and all the titles are facing you. And of course they're in alphabetical order, so if you're looking for a particular author, you can find, like, here's Alexander McCall Smith, and you'll see they have quite the variety because that's a very popular mystery author. So this is a good way of searching the library too. And you can see that there are all these Playaways here and on the shelves over here, and then behind it are the books, the CDs, the books on CDs. So I hope I've encouraged you to check out the Playaways section of the Apache Junction Library, and just come in and visit the library. There's lots here to offer you. Thank you.